Welcome to Jane Ain't Done Yet.
Women who still want to make things happen in their lives.
Adele and I want to talk about trusting your instincts because we had a conversation. You had the weekend to think about it, and you called me and you said, there's some things I want to change about our direction. And we talk about change a lot because it's instrumental to growth. And some of the things we talk about are welcome changes. Like, yes, I really want to write that book. I want to start a new job, but we also talk about unwelcome changes. And then you said, I just don't want to talk about that anymore because it's taking away from our mission, our lessons. And I had been thinking this for a long time, but I didn't say anything to Adele because I feel like she's the expert on this. I like how she's shaking her head no, but she's a professional coach. And I was saying, I don't warm to the unwelcome change. It was just, that could mean so many different things. And I just didn't say anything. And if I had trusted my instinct, if I had been confident enough to say, Adele, I don't really like this, it doesn't feel natural to me. We could have saved some time.
Yeah, okay, I have a lot to say on that. First, oh my goodness, I think one of the best things we can do for ourselves and anyone in our sphere is to trust our instincts. And by instinct, what are we referring to? That voice, that feeling that is inside of us, instinct. And it can be quiet, but it can be fairly consistently present. I think it is more, or it's better heard the more we're accustomed to listening to it, right? I think it takes a lot of courage, right?
Mhm.
Because sometimes it might mean we're going to upset the apple cart or put ourselves out on a limb by saying, hey, Adele, I don't think that idea is really worth it. You described like deferring, right? Like assuming the other person knows more. And there's where discernment comes in because
Mhm.
sometimes the other person does know more. So it's like listening to your inner voice, trusting your instinct, but there's also like a period of like, well, let me see here, right? Like to get curious. Because I think if every time we responded immediately to our instinct, that, the timing might be off,
Yeah,
right?
it's,
Or,
then it's continual pushback.
yeah, like you had to, like, yes, I think you should have spoken up sooner, but at the same time, it did allow you confirmation over the period of time
Hmm.
to know like this just continues not to sit right with me. So you don't
Right.
always have to act immediately. And also when you're with somebody in collaboration, it is a period of that person coming along to where you think it needs to be as well. So it's a bit of a dance, right, with the other things. So that's about discernment. That's about discernment. There's so much I could say on it because I think it's really one of the best tools. I mean, maybe the most essential tool we have available to us because it's like something that's larger than
Right.
ourselves, even though it resides in us. And
And we're talking today about a simple thing, about a work thing, but it could be,
yeah,
it's for
yeah,
me often a personal thing, like, I just don't, that person doesn't feel right to me.
yes, yes,
Or this
yes,
decision, there's
yeah,
something about it I don't like.
yeah. And what I appreciate what you just said is feel, right? Because it's more than just a voice, it is a feeling. I have to say, the times I haven't listened to it,
Mm.
when big decisions were at play, years later, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
she knew, if I'm
yeah,
referring to
your
that.
your inner body, yeah, your inner
Yeah.
instinct, yes,
Yeah. My inner
100%, yeah.
sage, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I would say pay attention
Mm-hmm. Acknowledge.
um to all of that information you have inside yourself. And then also check in again, because we can sometimes think we're paying attention to that part of ourselves, and it might be a much lesser part of ourselves, like
Mm-hmm.
a jealous part, an angry part.
Exactly. We have to look at
Yeah.
where our motivation or someone else's motivation, if there's conflict with that.
Yeah. And also, like, I'm thinking when the sun comes up, like you might
Yeah.
have that thing that feels so real. And then you wake up and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm glad I didn't say that or do that. So it's a I think it's a natural ability we have.
Mm-hmm.
If we grow our muscle in using it, we get more adept at it, but it does take some skill. And there, I want to just say discernment again.
Yeah.
And the discernment, the funny thing is, comes from that same instinct that resides in, boy, this could be just like a 10-year course. But as you're making your next chapter happen, you really want to be paying attention to what's going on inside you.
Right.
It'll give you a lot of clues.
You haven't
What's
said yet gut, which often you'll say, listen to your gut or listen
Yeah,
to what's
yeah,
internally. Yeah.
yeah. And they call the gut the second brain, because it's everything's very connected. And you think of the gut as the
Mm-hmm.
center. Yeah.
All right. Thank you
Okay,
so
bye.
much.
Okay, bye.
Besos. Bye.